Welcome back to Mind Trick Media. Today we are doing, we're doing another Clone Wars arc, but we're also, we want to talk about some stuff that may or may not got said this last week with Star Wars. So we're going to start with these episodes. We have Season 1, Episode 8. Bombad Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
You got our little quote?
Yeah. Quote of this episode is, "Heroes are made by the times." So basically, we start off this episode finding out a lot of planets are starting to leave the Republic. They don't think the Republic is helping them enough with their planets, either that be food, supplies, or just stopping the war from reaching their planet. So we get to see Padme go to the Outer Rim. Did they even say the name of this planet? Or did I just not write it down?
Well, it's based off of what Greedo's species is, and they're Rhodian, so it's Rhodia.
Oh yeah, I didn't write the planet down, but so they go to Rhodia, and Rhodia is having issues with not having any food whatsoever, and that's kind of how we get started with this episode. So
yeah, so Padme, like we said, travels, and she meets with an old friend, Senator Anaconda. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, but we're gonna roll with it. She brings C-3PO and Jar Jar, and that was kind of at, despite the Chancellor telling her to bring, he said bodyguards, is that how he said it?
he said clones.
Yeah, clones.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny just because he's playing chess, but he owns both sides of the board.
Yeah.
He's just putting a piece, walking around the corner, and putting the next piece. But it's one of those things that's he does this a lot throughout the Clone Wars, and if you don't know ahead of time, you won't see it. But it's something I will say when we talk about these things. There are things that we are gonna say we try to obviously tell you what happens in the episodes, but at the same time also give you insight. And that's one of those things, if you're gonna sit and you've never seen the Clone Wars and you want to run through it, pay attention to what Palpatine does, because there are many instances where he does little things like this where he's like, this senator that's a pain in my ass who I want dead, you should bring bodyguards because, you need protection. And then she's like, I don't need protection. I know this guy. And she needed protection. Spoiler alert. But basically when she arrives, she learns that Anaconda has pledged allegiance to the Separatist. And our good old boy Newt Gunray is basically the one giving Rhodia supplies because, like you said, the Republic is not there for them.
Right. So we get to see them put Padme in prison.
Yeah.
Hold her captive. Meanwhile, Jar Jar's just being Jar Jar. He's trying to talk to this. I think he says swamp people. So he's he's talking to all
Rhodia is like a swampy planet.
Yeah, he's like, it's kind of like back at home, and then he tries to talk to them, and
the way you said that's exactly. It's kind of like back at home.
I also wrote down what he calls C-3PO. He calls him 3-So. I think it's funny.
3-So.
Meanwhile, Jar Jar draws attention to them, and then they start getting attacked by battle droids. And then C-3PO is such a liability in this fight for anybody because he can't move. So Jar Jar takes this metal or magnet grappling hook, if you want to call it that, I guess.
It's like a magnetic crane.
Yeah, he picks up C-3PO to get him out of danger, and then he destroys all the fucking battle droids and shit. It's fucking funny.
Yeah, he also ruins their ship and knocks it into the water. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so they can't contact help. But before that, he goes into the ship and he grabs a Jedi robe that so happens to be on Padme's ship.
I wrote down in parentheses, I was like, it's Anakin's robe.
And when he comes out wearing it, they just assume that he's a Jedi. So, they're shooting at him, obviously, and he's just pulling the Matrix on him and ends up jumping into the water where he finds a monster, which typical. And I think this is when 3PO gets taken to go to the droid scrap. Like, they're going to tear him to shreds. Which is so crazy. I don't know if you've noticed that too. Like, most planets have, like, a droid, like, destruction center. Like, we see it in... Is that the 5th movie? When C-3PO gets torn to bits. But yeah, there's so many droids, and they run through them so quickly. It's just part of, like, their world that they have, like, deconstruction facilities on, like, every planet.
Yeah, so Jar Jar puts on the Jedi robe, and he thinks that Padme is in danger because of the battle droids. As much as we talk shit about Jar Jar and all this stupid shit that he does, Jar Jar's really smart. Like, he's pretty intelligent.
He has smart intentions. And he never executes it smartly.
Oh, he doesn't execute it smartly or in a good way. He just somehow, not in a good way, he somehow does the good thing, but like in the dumbest, weirdest way possible.
Yeah, like he Assassin's Creed climbs this like building.
Yeah, so we cut to Viceroy arriving at the planet, and he's talking to Anna, which is the senator, and all he cares about is where the hell's Padme. Fuck your food. I don't give a shit. Where the hell's Padme? And then maybe we'll talk about food later. And I just think that that's just crazy. Because, like, I don't know how you get to a point where you're so desperate. Like, the desperateness should have came from, oh, I got the food first. Not just jumping ship and not even getting the food. Like, you'd think you'd get the food first, right? If you're going to jump ship like that, and he just didn't. That was just stupid to me. But whatever. Yeah. I think that's when Jar Jar reveals himself to him. And they think Jar Jar's a Jedi, and they're all, like, freaking the fuck out. Padme overhears that over the comm links that they have. And so she comes up with this plan to, like, escape from the prison. So she unclips herself with, like, a hair clip or whatever. And she convinces the battle droids to, like, open the... prison that she's in, and then she kills all of them and escapes. We get one of the worst CGI scenes of all time, or animated scenes of all time, with her running across the bridge. I think that scene looks so stupid because they like.
I mean, they all kind of run stupid.
From the times when this came out, it was really good animation in 2008. But Jesus Christ, when they like show the camera like panel and then like she's running across the whole bridge and they're like trying to advertise it as it's great animation, and just watching it like nowadays is like, damn, that's really bad. But I thought that was funny.
It's also the style of animation that they use.
Yeah.
Like they use like the clay like wood look to the characters. So when they run, they're like,
right. Meanwhile, when she gets to the other side of the bridge is when she finds C-3PO, and she saves C-3PO from the battle droids that were taking him to get destroyed. So,
yeah, and basically 3PO is trying to find a communication station to call for help.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so basically, like what you were saying, Gunray basically arrives and yeah, Gunray.
Oh yeah, duh. I just wrote Viceroy and I was looking at it and I was confused.
He basically saying, we're going to execute Padme and then you'll get your supplies.
Right.
And basically Anaconda realizes that he made a mistake, and yeah, Gunray is like, oh, Rhodio's under my protection now, as he's trying to get to Padme. But yeah, Jar Jar tries to rescue Padme, basically gets shot at, decides to dive into the water again. And instead, this time, the battle droids just drop grenades into the water. Thermal detonators. And then they proceed to fire a rocket at him.
Yeah.
So basically, while swimming away, he runs into what he calls a boogie monster. He basically swallows him before the rockets explode.
Yeah.
And this giant monster basically saves Jar Jar. And Jar Jar declares him a friend.
Yeah. And meanwhile, C-3PO was contacting clones to get to the planet as fast as possible. And then they all think Jar Jar's dead at this point. and they're kind of in like a weird like standoff situation where they're like wanting to execute Padme right then and there in front of everybody. They don't even give a shit. And Anno is arguing for Padme's life. They go for the execution, and then that's when this slug monster decides to just burst through the fucking ground and starts destroying all the battle droids and stuff. And yeah, the slug monster goes all the way to the Separatist ship in the hangar and destroys the ship as well, which is crazy. And then I thought it was funny. Jar Jar's like, I made a new friend.
Yeah. A little bit before that, 3PO did end up sending that message out.
Yeah.
So, basically, like, after that happens, Anaconda appears behind Padme with his own blaster ready. Well, this is after Gunray puts Padme at gunpoint. Mm-hmm. And Gunray orders the Rodian to shoot the Jedi and then shoot Padme. Anaconda's not about that. And basically Padme does this weird thing where she like covers for Anaconda. She like lies and is like, oh, this was like our little secret plan that we had the whole time. Like he's like, you know, like Anaconda's like, oh, it was like a part of this, and he just rolled with it, even though that's not what happened. Anaconda was so just like going with the Separatists. So basically, Anaconda agrees that he's going to join the Republic, and they arrest Gunray.
Yeah, the clones arrive, and Viceroy is arrested. That was pretty much the episode.
Yeah, and, well, before, this is where the title comes from. Anaconda thanks Jar Jar, who he calls him Master Bombad. And,
Me said just a Gungan.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I just a Gungan. And Palpatine gets on and promises Rhodia supplies.
Yeah.
Padme says something where she's like, yeah, I wrote it. She can. Anaconda asks if Padme can forgive him, and she replies that the Republic should be asking like Rhodia for forgiveness for not helping him, which shows like her interesting standpoint of the war. Like not interesting, like it's most like it's the correct standpoint, but not how anybody else looks at it. Where she's like, yeah, like why she's on the side of why haven't we been helping him when we definitely can, but it's also because Palpatine wants the conflict to keep happening, so he's like we talked about earlier with God, what was that planet's name? Troidaria. Troidaria.
Yeah.
Where he also like sends people to try to guilt trip them into joining the Separatists. So yeah. Kind of the end of that episode.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump to the next episode. This is only a 2 episode. I don't know if we mentioned that or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at it. It looked like it was 2 episodes because the next episode that we'll cover in the next arc, like, kind of jumps from it. Like, the intro talks about this, but then, like, the whole episode has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and it kind of would have made this like a 5 episode arc.
Right.
So we kind of just broke it.
Because the next episode is a 1 episode, and then the next 2 are a 2 episode. Which may or may not have to do with this, but yeah, a 5 episode arc would have been a hell of a video. So
yeah. So we just did these. So next we have season 1, episode 9, Cloak of Darkness.
The quote of this episode is, "Ignore your instincts at your peril."
So this starts with Gunray, and he's basically been transferred to a ship under Jedi Master Luminara, and he is going to be taken to Coruscant to face trial for his war crimes. Ahsoka and what are they called? Senate Commandos, right?
I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
It's the Senate Commandos, and it's Captain Argus or Argius. Is that how you say it? It's not Argus.
I didn't write his name down. I kept meaning to
it's
write
like
his name down and didn't.
Argius, because it looks like Argus, but it's not. It's like Argius.
I may or may not have.
Basically,
wrote it
they
later.
come to help, and basically, Ahsoka's like, I don't understand the extra security, and Master Luminar is like, she basically tells her like the Neimoidian is more dangerous than he looks, and like.
She basically said, "Don't underestimate the situation. He has spies everywhere, and we don't know who could or couldn't be a spy." Yeah. So that's why Luminara was there. That's why Ahsoka was sent there. They probably would have sent more people if they could have. But yeah, that was why there was the extra security, because Viceroy's obviously a huge figure for the Separatists. Actually, probably one of the biggest figures outside of
the known figures.
Outside of like Dooku and like stuff like that. Like he's one of the bigger figures.
It's like Dooku, Grievous, Viceroy, and then obviously above them is Sidious. But
so we cut to a scene with Dooku talking to Sidious, and basically we find out that Ventress is going to be en route to go get the Viceroy. Sidious is not very happy with the decision because he doesn't think Ventress is worthy enough to even be his apprentice anymore, let alone able to complete this mission, because she's kind of failed them in the past already, and she hasn't kind of got her spotlights yet. So we'll see that a little bit later, but she hasn't got her spotlights yet. Dooku tells Ventress that she needs to prove herself today, and
basically failure's not an option.
Yeah, basically threatened her like, This is it. If you don't do this, I don't know what the hell's going to happen after.
Yeah. So back on the ship, Luminar and Ahsoka are trying to interrogate Viceroy, and basically Viceroy just refuses to answer, and Ahsoka like threatens him, like goes full Anakin on this motherfucker.
She fucking ignites her lightsaber, gets in his face, and's like, "I'm gonna fucking skin you" and shit like that.
And Luminar is not about that.
Oh no, she's fucking mad.
Basically though, like the threats kind of work on Gunray a little bit. Until
the ship gets attacked.
Yeah, there's like a swarm of like vulture droids.
Which I thought was weird, because how did Ventress get there fast enough, and why the hell weren't they in lightspeed? They're in the Outer Rim. Shouldn't they be like getting back to Coruscant as fast as possible?
Well, it's because they were waiting for those commandos, and they just hadn't started moving yet, I think.
I don't know. I just felt like that should have been a lot faster. Like, I can't believe that Ventress got there fast enough for that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I thought that was just like...
Well, that's the thing, though, is they're so far out that Rhodia was going to be part of the Separatists. Like, they probably had ships in reach.
That's true. But I don't know. I just feel like they should have been in lightspeed already. Like, I feel like they've gotten to lightspeed so much faster than this that I'm like, why weren't... This is, like, a crucial turning point for the Clone Wars. Why aren't we fucking hurrying up?
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah,
so
that was interesting.
The super battle droids assault the cruiser and basically start decimating clones. Basically, once the coast clears, Ventress enters the ship as well. She's hiding on one of their little like transports. And basically, there's like a clone that's like not fully dead yet, and Ventress steals his little like comm link to where she knows like every comm that's coming through like the clone's comms. Yeah. So we jump to Commander Greer, the Green Company like squadron leader, and Luminara like basically take off and they start fighting droids because there's so many of them, and basically leaves Ahsoka with Gunray. And as that's happening, Ventress is entering like the engine room, or like the engine. What is that called? Like an engine bay. It's where the engine of the ship is, and she just starts leaving explosives everywhere.
Yeah, and then right after that, she ends up getting closer to Viceroy, and that's when Ahsoka engages Ventress. Ahsoka at this point is not like our Ahsoka that we love. She gets her ass kicked. It's kind of really pathetic. This fight was pathetic. Yeah. And
this is before she had 2 lightsabers.
Yes. And so Ventress, I think this is why it's either this or when she fought Grievous is why she started developing the second lightsaber. But basically, Ventress gets Viceroy out of the prison cell, and then Ahsoka like charges them, and then they just kind of move out of the way, and she just falls right into the fucking prison. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and,
and
Gunroy just immediately like locks her in it.
Mm-hmm.
Luminara then like arrives back though when Ventress is like rescuing Gunray.
Yeah.
But as that happens, she detonates the chargers that she left in the ship, and basically the ship is just fucking ruined. And so Luminara goes after Ventress, confident that she can beat her and fight her, and she tells Ahsoka to stay behind.
Ahsoka's not very happy.
Yeah, she's not. She's pissed.
Ahsoka's not happy.
She's venting. Like,
Yeah.
she's pissed and talking to people.
Yeah.
And this is when this...
I just said the captain.
his name's Argius or something.
I think it's just Argus.
It's not Argus, because I
Argus?
thought it was Argus when I was, like, writing it, and then they say it's, like, Argius. Basically tells Ahsoka to do what she thinks is right. And then the clone's like, you should follow orders. And... Gunray simply, like, he just says, like, all I know is I never risk my own skin if I don't have to.
Yeah.
Which they all are like, shut the fuck up.
So we cut back to Luminara fighting against Ventress, and Ventress, I don't remember what she does. She, like, cuts a pipe, and, like, it goes into Luminara's face. And, like,
Well, she's talking shit.
right. And then it kind of blinds her, and... Ventress is kind of like, oh, so now you're not going to be able to see. How are you supposed to fight? And she's like, I can still recognize the fighting style of Count Dooku, except for yours is sloppy.
Yeah.
And she was laying it into Ventress, and Ventress got pissed. Meanwhile, Ahsoka's convinced that she should go help Luminara, which actually, thank God she did, because Luminara was going to die. Sorry. Ahsoka arrives, saves Luminara. They both engage her together. And then we cut back to the captain. Whatever.
He's a clone commando,
Yeah.
whatever he is. Or no,
And-
a Republic commando.
He actually turns on his own men and the clones.
Yeah.
Kills everybody. What was the clone's name?
Gree,
Yeah.
commander.
So Commander Gree and
Right.
the captain, right?
Commander Gree.
Yeah, they get into like a one-on-one fight, which Gree should have won, but Viceroy's bitch ass fucking helped the other dude, and yeah.
Viceroy's bitch ass.
Yeah.
But
Literally
yeah.
doesn't do anything, and he just sneaks up with like a fucking metal
I don't
pipe.
remember exactly what he was bribed with, but he was bribed by Dooku to help rescue the Viceroy. I forget what he said he would give
I
him,
think it's
though.
just money.
But yeah, he says something like, after he like overpowers Grease, like, a clone like you wouldn't understand, but I wanted a life filled with more than empty servitude. And Greer says back, and for that you'd betray the Republic. And then he says back, it's like I told the Padawan, sometimes being a good soldier means doing what you think is right. But as that happens, he dives for the blaster, and Gree basically knocks him out. And then this goes to where Viceroy hits him with a blaster and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And they go to make their escape on a ship in the lower hangar. And actually escape, and Ventress then takes an escape pod, which I feel like is the go-to for them. Like, Grievous, Dooku, Ventress love escape pods.
It's just getting out of there. The mission was complete, so Ventress left.
And as Ventress enters this ship that Argius steals, he's basically gloating about all the glory he's going to talk about in his report back to Count Dooku. And basically, like, Ventress is like, I'll report to him myself. And he's like, no need. I want to tell him of the glory. And Ventress says, fuck that, and kills him, which is hilarious. Yeah, like, it's just one of those things that's like, why do we keep fucking with Ventress?
Yeah.
She will kill your ass. Like, she does not give a fuck.
And then Viceroy was like, I always liked you.
Yeah, but Viceroy just sucks up to whoever the fuck is in front of him.
Yeah.
What a bitch. But basically, Luminar and Ahsoka have to report to Yoda and Anakin. And basically they come up with a plan to track the stolen ship. Because it's a Republic ship.
Yeah.
And basically Ahsoka leaves to join Anakin and I think Kit Fisto's fleet. But
I know Kit Fisto was called. I don't know if they're supposed to join his fleet or not.
I think Ahsoka and Anakin do.
Okay.
But basically, like, this is where Luminar, like, apologizes and is going to start, like, apologize for not listening to her about Ventress and how dangerous she is. So.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So, not crazy eventful. They're very more of, like, background episodes that help you understand how the war's going more than, like, progressing individual stories. But like I said earlier, we're going to move on to a little bit of a segment that happened with Ewan McGregor. So, Ewan McGregor, we talked about before, very much wants to get back into his robes. And whether that have been in Kenobi Season 2, maybe making an appearance in Ahsoka. He didn't end up making that appearance, though. And then we've been talking about, like, Ahsoka Season 2 with flashbacks and stuff like that. Him and Hayden were just at this, like, event, kind of like a Comic-Con panel type. And he mentioned, whether it was true or not, mentioned something about the filming of the next season of Ahsoka. And, like, I don't know if the comments were enough, but kind of made a comment like, I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got our own little spoiler guy in Star Wars. Basically kind of saying that he's supposed to be in the second season.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. I saw a report the other day. It was only about Hayden. And Hayden's already started filming. And he's supposed to film, like, all the way through October. And I'm like...
I think he's going to be in it now. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, okay, Hayden's about to be in this a lot.
Months and months of filming.
Right. They've already been filming for like a month.
Yeah.
With Hayden, and he's supposed to film through October, and I'm like, that's crazy. Ewan McGregor now being involved, supposedly.
I think we're gonna get this clone armor that we want.
I think we are too.
And that's one thing I thought Anakin's was cool, but Anakin's clone armor I don't think is as cool as Obi-Wan's. I really like Obi-Wan's clone armor. I can't wait.
I think it's because his looks more like clone armor versus
Anakin's
like
just being... Anakin's is like the dark blue and red.
I thought
it doesn't scream Anakin to me, but Obi-Wan screams Obi-Wan.
I think it screams Anakin. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we've always seen it that way.
Like I thought that they didn't make it black because it would have looked like Vader. I thought
the adaptation of it from the Clone Wars 2 live action.
It was
really
a little
good.
Shoulder pad heavy, but they couldn't have done anything about it.
I thought it was
based off the suit.
I thought it was perfect.
It was a little shoulder heavy.
I don't care. I thought it looked natural as it could be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they could have done anything about it, but it was a little shoulder heavy.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was one of the coolest things we've ever seen.
He's just old as shit.
I don't know how I think Obi-Wan's is gonna look, because you know how his kind of like has that clone like
he has like the elbow
piece. I don't know how that's gonna look.
I don't know. I'm so excited though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even care.
Yeah. And I that's the thing too, is that the flashbacks we got of Anakin were like pivotal things. What are the flashbacks of Obi-Wan gonna be? Are we gonna get a flashback to the Clone Wars movie?
I don't even
like
know.
when they first meet Ahsoka. Dude, that exchange with those three actors would be awesome. Like, I'm not here as your apprentice, I'm here as his. Like, that would be a crazy interaction to have.
I don't know. Like,
and then we'd probably jump to... I mean, are we going to get, like, a Mortis God arc?
I feel
jump
like
back?
Maybe that's all it
Dude,
is.
Dude, if we see them when Anakin does, like... And he... Dude... Ewan's in it for a reason. Like, it's not just to be like, oh, we get Ewan McGregor. He has to be in it for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, and then even that's the thing with Anakin. Like, we don't know his full purpose yet.
Yeah.
Which is kind of part of my issues with the first season of Ahsoka. But I think just the way that they're doing Star Wars now, nothing is a single piece of media. Everything is connected.
Well, that's how I look at Star Wars anyways. It's supposed to be one huge, beautiful story.
But it's hard to look at something critically.
Oh
when
yeah,
it's like
that's
that.
why nothing in Star Wars is critically good, because except for the original trilogy, because
And then obviously the thing that's built that way
right,
with Andor.
they've literally made this to where it's supposed to be one continuous whole story, and critically that's not great, because when you watch it as a movie or as a TV series, it doesn't finish what it's talking about.
Yeah.
And like,
Which makes you like excited for the next thing, but then they take 3 years, and then I'm just pissed. Like I know there's some issues with some movies out that have came out in the last couple of years where that's happened, where they've left off on spoilers or cliffhangers, and people are mad.
yeah,
And then there's like this thing right now where everything in its mom is getting pushed back, and it's just been been a weird thing with movies across.
well, the writer's strike
Everything right
didn't
now.
help. Writer's strike.
Yeah, but dude,
threw
we're
some
kind of
things
past
off.
that.
Yeah, but it still didn't help.
Yeah.
That threw a lot of things off.
That's one thing that's nice about Star Wars at the moment with cameos, is that not a lot of motherfuckers are doing shit. Like Hayden doesn't really do anything. Ewan doesn't do a lot. And if they get the call, like they're gonna be there.
Right. I don't know. Like I said, I've said it before. I'm so excited for what Ahsoka / like Heir to the Empire can bring, that I just want it right now. Like I'm tired of waiting. I think we can have so much great media come from this, and it's just like, please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up.
Yeah, it's like we definitely want to talk about it just because of the comments Ewan made. But like I'm curious, like what are they gonna do? Like, because there's obviously that trio is in the Clone Wars so much that they could literally pull from anything.
Well, it's like you also have all the Mortis God stuff, like that. I feel like
there's
it's
a lot of Mandalore stuff too.
yeah. And I don't know. I feel like they're gonna go Mortis God heavy
Oh my
with this stuff.
God. Are they gonna live action do when Anakin and Obi-Wan choose to go help Palpatine instead of helping Ahsoka? And she's gonna talk about like, you guys left me. You were supposed to come to Mandalore with me.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, we're just gonna be sad.
That's how Star Wars is just making you sad.
There's so many things that they could do, and I know Favreau and Filoni are just gonna want to rip us apart.
Yeah.
When is this supposed to come out again?
I think next year.
They fucking better.
I think it's late next year. I think it's mid to late next year.
Dude, it's gonna be like December. It's gonna be so annoying.
Well, so we got Mandalorian coming out in May. So it's got to be later in the year. There's no way. Isn't Vision Season 3 supposed to come out this year? When the fuck's that coming out?
I have no clue.
Nobody said anything.
Usually, Star Wars does like
They
March, April, May releases, and then they do
December.
October releases.
No,
They like
usually do
October.
December. They have a lot of December stuff.
Well, I think it's October through December. Like they do 3-month things, but like we don't get anything in like January, February, March, and then we don't get anything in like July, August, September, and then they like jump back in.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of good still that can come from all of this. There's a lot of good that we can
dude,
still
we haven't
get.
got Mandalorian shit in so long.
I know. That's kind of
Crazy.
Nobody's really talked about it either. I haven't seen anybody talk about it.
No, because it's so just pushed back. Because like it's like, dude, we should
I
have
mean,
had some shit
at this
already.
point in time, it's just when's the trailer gonna come out, or did it come out? I guess it came out at like the Comic-Con thing.
Star Wars Celebration
Yeah.
did of trailer, but they even said the trailer was like bullshit. It's not
I'm
like
sure.
it was all about like setting and like
I think
there was nothing about like shit. It wasn't like a good trailer.
I think
heard.
I think basically we're just waiting on a trailer. We're waiting on a trailer,
Like,
and then obviously when it comes out,
Lucasfilm wanted a trailer, so they went and filmed a separate thing to film a trailer. That's basically what happened. So I'm assuming it literally is nothing. But go ahead, sorry.
no, yeah, I just think we're kind of just waiting on a trailer at this point. We're kind of in a weird spot where we don't have anything like timeline wise.
Yeah, we don't even have an Ahsoka season 2 trailer. The most that they've done is announce the new Balin because he needed to be replaced. R.I.P.
Well, they just started filming not that long ago, so they wouldn't have a trailer yet. Ezra's been heavily involved. He shaved his beard. It's gone. Do you see the picture from the set? The like full beard he had in season 1.
Well, I knew it was gonna be gone. They were gonna try to make him look like
shaves
old
that
Ezra,
shit.
or young Ezra, whatever you want to say.
He looks different.
I would assume.
I kind of miss the beard. I don't know if you've
I
seen
don't know.
it.
He looks mad biblical.
Oh man, I thought he looked good though. Like I guess he's been on a planet where he couldn't shave. So I mean,
He
like
definitely could. You just find a rock.
I don't know. I think it looked.
He's
cool.
the Force. He just.
I liked it though. I'm kind of sad
weird.
about it.
How do they shave in Star Wars?
I don't know.
Do you think they use like just blunt lightsabers?
I don't know. I miss the beard though. He shaved it off. There's like a picture. You could look it up.
I mean, that was gonna happen.
Yeah. I miss it though. It looked so good. But yeah, I don't know.
It'd be interesting, but I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's been Mind Trick Media. Thanks.